Hi folks, it's a brand new round in the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament, the final round, and Tyrell faces Stark on this occasion, and we'll be starting with the game between Steven Patane and Marek Kuźmiński. And joining me for this one is the Stark Regent, Saraaa. Hello.
Hello.
So, we had a little test with Steven just before the game, expecting possibly crossing, and didn't go too well. But Valyrian Steel is something completely different, and maybe some of the plots that Steven had uh, originally and was considering taking them out in case it was crossing will help here. I hope he didn't make those changes, so we'll see.
We were actually also just practicing and we did expect this matchup, so let's see how it works out. We had one good game and one not so good, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's a little bit too predictable, perhaps, that Steven would play Trident, that there was one left. He did play it in earlier rounds as well and won with it. We had also Jamie, who liked Trident, but he's playing something else this week, so. Okay, at the gates into Taxation. Steven's going to play two limiteds. He has Garland with no bestow, with Vanguard Leader, so he can trigger the agenda. And on the other side is the Black Fish, so looks like we'll have some Stark armies here. Well, Valyrian Steel is super annoying, I can tell you that. I've played against it and don't have a good record at all. You can get surprise ice from hand, and Grey Wind is there to ruin the game for you. And the Direwolves, the Wolf King, Milk Seized, Frozen Solid, the whole package. And it's not very fun.
Yeah, it's there are some tricks, but also with the Trident there is usually some point end, maybe confiscation.
Yeah, I
So
hope so.
that can be very annoying, yeah.
I could look up Steven's deck, but I don't know if he's made any changes. I did briefly look at it. It's a little unusual. It's not the 7 cost Randall Tarly with all the rich locations. It's a more typical Tyrell deck with Renown. Plays core Randall Tarly.
Okay.
Okay, so Shaggy Dog and Recon in play at the same time, which means now
Yeah,
Recon
that's
has them.
interesting. I don't know if I ever saw it happen.
No, virtually
Maybe.
never. I wonder if that convinces Marek now to leave Recon in play instead of sacrificing him.
Uh, it is the good thing about playing against the Trident is, there is no Morgulis, which can be nice for Valyrian still, because it's a bit harder to find the dupes.
Yes, so the only real resets that Steven has available would be Mad King's Command and Wildfire Assault. Mad King's Command doesn't work that great, to be honest, because there will always be 3 attachments on Stark's side, so Stark gets the full benefit from it. Have Bran here as well now, so lots of those little guys that survive the crown, which is always annoying, and 2 gold left
Yeah,
and faction cards still standing.
but no attachments yet. So.
Well, that's some good news at least. Maybe there's none in hand, because usually you would try to marshal them because it gives you an extra card. Okay, that's the first limited for Steven. He can play one more if he likes. Why don't we get the Arbor as well? That would be nice. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, okay. That's annoying.
Okay, Mina gets you card draw. Not that much gold left, so if the courtier is going to stand someone, probably there should be gold left over for events. Bran is there though. Okay, spends it for a right. Ah, and
And
Mina
she's now it's recommended.
That's useful because it gives him access to the agenda trigger on the intrigue challenge as well, which is slightly less usual. Can play edicts.
Yeah, but right now Marco can defend, so
Yes, so what does he do? He has two characters with renown, Blackfish and Sir Jason Bannister. Once again, apologies in advance if I need to cough at some point. It's going to happen in the next few games, I think. Okay, Marek deciding whether he attacks or he passes here. Also depends what he still has in hand. He did kneel the reducer.
yeah, so maybe there could be Strangler or something like that, I don't know. Yeah, Recon can now do a challenge with Village.
Jason goes for it.
Interesting choice.
And Steven doesn't bother. Now is there any penalty? Ice is too expensive, so looks like there isn't any.
Yeah.
Although still something like Winter is Coming would be annoying. And no use for that reducer anymore.
I would assume there's not that many events in this deck. Space for location attachments.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bran
not sure.
Yeah, doesn't bother with Bran's power and leaves the Blackfish.
Not sure why he didn't attack with Recon or Shaggy instead. Okay.
And this needs to be all pretty much defended because the agenda trigger is dangerous. He can still get it on the power challenge though, if he wants it.
So what are some siege pots maybe?
Realistically, siege preparations would be the only one, I think, so that's not at the moment that great. So he's trying to do military instead.
Yeah, let's
He's
see if
winning.
there's something that Marek has in hand.
Yeah, any kind of attachment really here would probably stop it. Could be a Water Dancer sword or something, that would be enough.
Okay.
Doesn't look like he has it, and now we could get something with the agenda. Maybe a heads on spikes.
Yeah, that's usually a good bet.
Okay, hits Bran, he's already in play, so it's useful for the for gaining power, but okay, if he sacrifices himself then the other one couldn't have been, the other copies can't be marshaled. Probably there's only two.
But there is some revenge then, maybe.
And you have the winter, the wolf plot, I mean.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
and
would
for
assume
the annoying grey wind as well, right? So that's going to suck.
Not sure. Okay, so not sure why he used the reducer location here. I mean the King's Road could have maybe saved it.
Yeah, I wonder if he had some attachment in hand, but there was never a good opportunity to use it.
Yeah, possibly. And rationing, that's interesting. Yeah, and I think Recon will nonetheless be sacrificed.
Yeah, maybe Bran.
I would keep Bran against Tyrell with all the increase events.
And Wyman will immediately draw a card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he's at least considering it.
Yeah, Rickon is a surprising military icon, which gives him some chance to defend against the agenda on the military challenge.
Okay. Not sure how much of the standard Tyrell events you have here.
Well, with High Garden Courtier, there's going to be some growing strong
Yeah.
bounties there as well, which can't be cancelled anyway. And here we go. Noble lineage on Blackfish, and now the agenda can draw a little bit. Wyman has also drawn a card, so more chances now to find the attachment he needs.
Could have done the attachment and the recon maybe. To draw more cards with it. But okay. Let's see. Mm. Okay,
Okay.
Caitlyn is really good against the agenda triggers.
Yeah. Hope she doesn't get the military icon as well.
Well, there is the Blood of First Man, so that would be helpful.
Ooh, and the card in shadows. Now we have Jason here.
Well, but it's not for this round because of rationing. You can't trigger his ability.
Okay, and that also means that Pinch cannot be triggered if that's the card in shadows.
Yeah.
And Renly comes in. Okay, so Stark Valyrian Steel is with relatively big body so far. Probably is not going to play to Harris. I guess Morgulis is the reset, right?
I think there was the Harris last time I played against it.
No, that could be interesting now if Renly starts getting some power on him.
Yeah.
Cannot be saved, so there could be kings on the opposing side. The Wolf King is in the deck for
The
sure.
Wolf King, yeah. And now there is enough money for ice as well, so. Hmm.
Okay, so this probably should win. Ice also this round, of course, is blocked with rationing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hits the army, and Mina draws a card for that. That's very useful always.
Yeah, she is very useful character.
And now the Blackfish starts gaining some power on him. No stand for the moment, which is good news.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe Nymeria, but he would have played her now, so.
Okay, leaves Caitlyn for defense. Now, can he defend all the challenges is the question. 10 on military, that seems unlikely that he would be able to defend that. And intrigue also, so no, he has to concede something. Or maybe not. If they all go in the military challenge and an attachment comes in, like a strangler, then this could be defended, and there's still enough to defend the inflict challenge as well. So rationing will not stop the Trident.
I would assume now there is going to be some growing storm or something like that.
Well, could be. There were 2 cards in hand before Mina drew another one. So one was the red one fleet, the other is a mystery. And we see now, does he have anything... I can reveal a war plot. I think a Wildfire Assault is a war plot, but doesn't look beneficial here. Could be another Heads on Spikes. March to the Wall doesn't really do any work. Could leave it for another challenge type, but Caitlyn will block it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's doing it. He's doing Wildfire Assault.
Interesting.
Well, that leaves 3 pretty strong characters for Stark. Okay, one strong one also dies.
Yeah. And okay, so High Garden Courtyard dies, so I would take no events then. And now the remaining challenge could be defended.
Yeah, and Caitlyn and Blackfish are pretty good for the Harris. Well, so that's Wildfire used. I don't know about this plan. Card advantage for Marek as well here. Could you play Mad King's Command now? Then try to do some damage with that.
Again, he had 3 gold left and no attachment, so I'm not sure if he has the best hand. I don't know.
Wyman has drawn quite a bit now, so
yeah, should be something good.
Sooner or later. Now
Still no armies.
Yeah, but yeah, I was going to say if Steven goes for Mad King's Command, that's his last reset gone. And now he has to get Marek down to 3 characters, hopefully no dupes, and 3 cards in hand, and he can start to take control, but we have the wolf plot. So it has to take Gravewind, I think, now, because Summer doesn't really work that well against Mad King's Command.
Yeah.
Now does Steven go first is the question, because if Marek goes first and gets Intimidate with his direwolves, that's not going to be too great. Go second. And here comes Gravewind. That's another card. Or could be gold. Well, he has 3 strong characters that he might keep, so I don't know about gold. But then cards are going to be gone as well.
Yeah, gone as well.
Wonder what the chances are that the card in Shadows is a character. Can't think of one right now that would be useful.
Okay, Northern Armor is pretty good against Mad King. Get another stand.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Red Wine Fleet is gone to kneel it with assault.
Yeah.
So what he wants is some dupes. Doesn't really want to leave these three characters unprotected. So
Yeah,
maybe
maybe some
if he has
shadow. If he gets a mirror to put in shadows, that could be pretty decent.
yeah, that would be annoying. So he has a 75 card deck, less chance to draw her, but he's drawn quite a few cards. If he has an Arya or something in hand, maybe that's worth marshalling, and then you lose one of the characters that are in play right now. Simply to absorb some claim, because there is a threat of something from Steven here. If he does military, there's also Lena's informant in the deck. So if you could go military into desperate attack and then Olena's informant, that would be really annoying for Marek. Although Grey Wind is there now, so at least some cancel. Okay, and
So
he
he
does
does
bring Arya.
martial Arya. Okay.
So what's going now instead of Arya is the question. If Caitlyn goes, that makes Steven's job easier. If Wyman goes, then Grey Wind is back in hand, has to be put in with the agenda. And so why did he put him on Wyman then? That's a bit weird. And if the Blackfish goes, then that's some power gone with him. Gets noble lineage back, but the characters that are in play already have the icon. So if there's something to cancel, he might use Grey Wind. And then, but then he would be in hand and would need to be kept with for Mad King's command, which also is annoying. No kneeling Brienne, and 4 gold left. So I guess Mina is going.
Oh, wait. If there is Wolf King and this bodyguard doesn't work, that is something.
That would be pretty good. Or any kill effect really. So he can go first with Arya stealth, and then Steven is in trouble.
Or even if there is no Nymeria to intimidate something, that would be pretty nice. He has enough for Olena's informant, so that's
Yeah, just about. That would be his only card though that he plays for the 4 gold, unless he has bounty. Did he play a limited? Yeah, no, he did not. Okay, so he could have bounty to get more gold. Although he has 5 cards that he needs to choose now for Mad King's command, so he would have played bounty already if he had it, I think, in marshalling.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to be really tricky and use the surprise. Or if he plans to somehow flip into siege preparations. Doesn't care about losing cards. Still would have played bounty though. No reason not to. Now he could also have other stuff, so a card in shadows is going to cost something, whatever it is. It could be Shrewd Diplomat in theory. Could be Pinch. There is some ambush that costs 3 as well in Tyrell. And seems like he does have confiscation in his deck, so that's an edict, right? Which means you can do it on the intrigue challenge. which at the moment
Yeah, but
is not possible.
yeah, not possible now.
You can, of course, always reveal it in the plot phase to get rid of Grey Wind. That would be pretty nice.
Yeah, that's. Although if he uses Graveyard now, it's safe in the plot phase, but yeah, you have to merge it again then.
Yeah, so that plan is blocked that I had in mind to do military, then 4 gold for Olena's informant, and flip into desperate attack and do another military to pretty much kill the board. That doesn't seem possible. Although still not a terrible plan if you plan to then do a 3-claim power challenge. Marek doesn't do challenges, so he has
Okay,
no threat in hand, no ice or anything like that.
Yeah, unfortunate. There should be. Okay, but yeah, in this phase, in this round, keeping 3 gold makes sense, but he always has some gold left, so I don't know if he's bluffing or there's really something that he's just waiting for the right opportunity.
Looking for Steven to attack military with not enough strength and then ice him on defense. That could
Yeah,
work in theory. So the threat of the agenda trigger actually is not that great here because Garland has to be in the challenge. He's the only one with Vanguard leader. There's not going to be any ambush. The only ambush army is High Guard and Honor Guard. Well, there are 2 the rich locations, so it can come in at the moment if it's in hand, but I'm not sure if it's even in the deck.
okay, so
That looks to me like he's planning to flip into siege preparations here.
yeah, I don't know, is there any other siege plot that's usually in these decks?
I have absolutely no clue.
The one that I tried only had siege preparations.
Really bad with Trident usually, so don't have the plots memorized. No, if he
Could
defends
just
with everything, that would succeed in theory.
in theory, yes, but
Well,
let's
he's
see.
trying it. But now kind of sucks if he has growing strong. Okay, wins on defense.
Interesting.
Brienne could still walk into that ice with growing with not with growing with Northern Armory.
Although there could be Brienne the Blue
Could be.
get some crazy strength.
Although then he might have tried it with Garland.
Yeah. Does how does Brienne the Blue works? It has to be night, or
Character attacking or defending alone
oh yeah, true.
gets +5, and if it's Brienne or a Rainbow Guard character gets +10. So Brienne could get +10 on the military, but doesn't seem that useful to do it. Now we see if Northern Armory stands something. Might leave it and let Arya's dupe go. It's not that important. If he doesn't have ice to kill Brienne, then it's not super important to defend against the win by 5.
Oh, but he does stand, so let's see.
Well, if he puts ice in and it doesn't work,
It's a bit stressful.
yeah, stressful for me as well. I had Stark winning this match 6-4, and Steven was a win for us. So if we lose that one, it's more like 7-3. Okay, just
Okay.
defended against the win
Why?
by 5. There is 4 gold, so there could be put to the sword or stuff like that. Not very likely.
That seems unlikely in Tyrell deck, I don't know.
No, is there any ambush to do another challenge? No. So he's wasted all of that
Strange
gold.
things.
That's so unfortunate. Okay, Steven is ahead on power. If he had a growing strong, he would be even more ahead. Seized on the armory, will let it stand, and then seized goes away. So that's not too bad. It's not exactly the card you wanted in hand for the 3 you keep against Mad King's command, but okay.
Yeah, not sure.
He's drawn one anyway. And now I think let's confiscate that that grave in the way.
Yeah, for it. If I was Tyrell here.
And we have the Harris to keep Blackfish and Arya against Brienne and Garland. I don't know.
Not sure, maybe.
The Smith can kneel some
No, not that much.
economy. One card, I guess one Rose Garden. It's not going to make a huge difference, and Greywind is gone. So now Tolena's informant is free to trigger, which is good news. Just need one good desperate attack, then it's 3 claim power. All characters have renown, so
Yeah.
Marek goes first again. He can get one Rose Garden. Steven will get the other. He has the arbor, so there is some gold. Plenty of gold for Marek. Yeah. Is he coming in duped? He always comes in duped, right?
I don't know about that one.
So he can attack with one character. Let's say Blackfish get 3 renown for that, which is 9 power. He can do a power challenge with Northern Armory with another guy. That's then 12 already. Things go really quickly. And what
Now
is
let's see
Shiver
if
going
there's
to do?
some 3-cost attachment coming.
At least no stealth on Eddard now.
Oh, now there is ice.
Okay, no Wolf King, which means Renly can be saved, but Garland cannot.
Well, let's see if he... No, oh, he draws a card, so I would say... Yeah, probably...
He's drawn that ice a little bit too late. There was chance to use it.
Yeah.
Now let's have something really strong that can oppose Eddard and oppose this ice. Arya has stealth though, so that's annoying. Okay, so looks like this is close to being the final round. Not sure if we'll get another chance for that to Harris. So much renown on both sides, and the kill effect with ice.
Yeah, but who do you kill now? We have Render, who's so strong, and Garland with some power, and Brienne, who doesn't kneel, so...
18 is available to attack on the military challenge, and Arya stealth, let's say she stealths Renly, that would be 15 on defense. Well, that's a little weak. There is a strength boost potentially, and maybe a shrewd diplomat, so that doesn't necessarily win, and it's a disaster to lose if you attack with everyone.
Yeah. And now there is no potential for Strangler or something like that.
No,
and there's still something in shadow.
Does he try to ice someone? Can't even do a half-hearted attack just to force defenders to kneel due to ice, because they all have renown.
Yeah.
And Brienne doesn't kneel, so you need to either stealth her or... Yes, or kill her with ice. Yeah, there's ice and there's also the annoying power gain.
So if
Everything.
you go with Eddard and Blackfish, and yeah, that's you put a lot in this challenge if you go, and it fails, then it's over. Pretty much.
Yeah, would get Steven to 12 on defense. Of course, his characters stay knelt, except for Brienne, and then Eddard with Northern Armory stands and just
Okay, so
does.
this is a
Eddard is not in the challenge, right?
yeah, no, Eddard is not, and it is only 12 strength now.
Oh, but oof. Okay, it was the Wall of Roses.
Okay.
So there is an Olena's informant that cannot be paid for, and there is a growing strong, which sucks for Marek. So Blackfish has stealth as well. He has printed stealth. Okay, I'm completely blind to the fact that he has 2 keywords. So that was enough to win against Renly and
Yeah, but
Garland in
now
theory. Although no, not anymore with growing strong. Steven would have won anyway. Now he doesn't need to bother. He can defend with 1 character against She-Bear. Or actually, no. He's going to stand She-Bear, right? What does he stand is the question. He stands Blackfish. I wouldn't have stood Blackfish.
this thing.
He's going to keep Arya with her stealth net, but Blackfish has all the icons.
And Blackfish can do another challenge with Intrigue to discard some of that annoying.
Yeah, why not stand She-Bear, who cannot do another challenge after this military? Of course, it's okay, he's leaving it.
Oh, so I guess he's just defending against the ice trigger and will leave everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
I was thinking he could have left Arya and Blackfish in the challenge with their 9 strength and defended with growing strong with Renly and Garland. Of course, he risks something in the Stark hand, but probably not. And then they stay knelt. There is the Northern Armory, so that's not guaranteed to keep them knelt. Can still stand Arya, so still damage that can be done. But now that the military has basically fizzled, I don't know. Eddard can participate in the power challenge. If there's a little bird, you could put him in 2 challenges and get close to victory.
Mm.
So Lena's informant will not. Can it be used? Can you go into reinforcements and put a character into play from your hand with that?
Yeah, you could.
So that's a possibility. So if Marek doesn't close, then I think Steven
Yeah, but
might.
I don't think now there's much.
Steven can't get complacent. He can't just leave stuff unopposed. That's the problem. He left military unopposed. And this one he needs to defend to keep the cards. So he can, yeah. It didn't stealth Renly with Blackfish, so now Renly can defend. Growing Strong will be used on everyone, which stops Randall's stand, because he's not kneeling at the moment.
But he doesn't need to use Growing Strong
Okay,
now.
at the moment
He
he's defending with
wins.
6 to 5. So that's enough. Yeah, that's
He
pretty useful.
wins enough. Looks pretty bad here.
2 cards gained as well. Any chance of a second Growing Strong? That would be nice. And now there is only the power challenge, and Marek doesn't bother, so... Okay, if they all attack power, that's 10, plus 3 renown is 13. Needs a bit more. Randall can stand once. And then whatever you flip into, you could flip into reinforcements, get another power challenge.
Well, but not with power. Reinforcements is edict?
I have no
Or
clue.
war? Oh, no, reinforcements is war, I think. So you have to do military first if you want to do reinforcement.
Yeah, and it's not guaranteed to just win all the challenges. Blackfish and the other 13 plus the armory can stand someone. So pretty much you need everyone. Even Randall and Brienne, they are 11 and with growing strong would be 15. But if She-Bear stands with the armory, that doesn't even win the military challenge. So everyone really needed here. And then if you commit them in the military challenge, only Randall stands and you can't push the power challenge through. Goes power first. Well, that needs everyone as well, right?
Yeah. So that's 15, it's gonna be 21 with growing strong, right?
Yes. Can't really be defended even if Wyman stands
Yeah.
with Northern Armor. He cannot stand with his own ability at the moment. Well, not in a favorable situation anyway. He's not going to kill Eddard. Vanguard leader is on 2 characters here, so Steven can flip into a siege. Now does he go siege preparations and go another round? Look at Stark's board though, it's dangerous.
Well, he can stand, run, and go into military challenge as well.
Yeah, but not if
Okay.
characters
It
are still
does
standing on
cancel.
defense. He's going to defend against the win by 5. In theory, superior claim in hand could win, but it wasn't there for a Wall of Roses. Okay, so maybe use this one window too early for my liking. Does he want as many characters as possible to defend? He defends with Wyman. So it is a win by 5. And he flips into siege preparations, is it? Yes, so he's prepared to play on for another round. 13. He could have the second heads on spikes to just win in the plot phase.
Okay, so now would you play the Hyris? I think you have to. Because otherwise it's...
It's Blackfish and Arya, unless you lose Blackfish.
No, I think you have to then keep him, yeah.
Blackfish and Arya against Garland and Brienne, Randall, Tarly and Garland maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but then you do have initiative maybe.
And Steven has hand advantage. He might try heads on spikes though if he has a second copy.
Let's see.
The ice. Okay, bodyguard would go back to hand, so maybe could survive ice. 12 minutes left, but not really time, not really running out. There's so much power gain potential here. Forced march. Okay, that's going to... Steven's going to go first now, I think. Oh, but does he have enough characters? He would need to kneel them all. Is he prepared to play with a completely nerd board? Here. Kneel all 4 of them.
Yeah, well, there is some stand for render potentially.
That's... yeah, that's tricky.
Okay, I don't think that one then matters that much. You need the ones that you don't keep.
Okay, so he's gone
Yeah.
first just to go first, basically. He's going to lose 4 power here, so he's down to 9. And we already know which 2 characters will survive the Harris. Yeah, if there wasn't the Harris, I wonder what he would have done. I wouldn't have played with an empty board and leave yourself with no characters against a standing Wyman. Yeah, noble lineage helps, makes it difficult for Steven to just get free power challenges here. There is an Olena's informant in hand, we know that. Gold is not super massive here. He's going to collect 7, and he has 2 rose gardens, so he basically has 5 gold to spend with 2 rose gardens in the marshalling phase, and one of those is going to be a bodyguard, I think. Bounty would be nice. Okay, that's a stand for Randall. Strangler on Randall Tarly would solve all Marek's problems, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's kept all of his renown, so it's 9-7. Glad to see Eddard gone though, because he's by far the quickest. And if Steven doesn't close and that Blackfish is still there, that's a problem. Because Ice can strike back. Okay, stand for Garland as well now. And the bodyguard goes on one of them.
And now there's a choice to save the ones with more power. Okay.
Goes on Garland. Vanguard leader is free. And then he needs 4 for Olena's informant, which leaves him with 1 more. Now if he had growing strong, that would be pretty dream scenario. Okay.
Alright, that's very nice.
Needs characters though.
Yeah.
And no intrigue icon for Steven, that kind of sucks. Had Mina. It's the only one we saw all game. This time Marek gains gold, so he looks like he has the cards. Does he have a Rob Stark or something? Maybe the annoying Caitlyn again. Osha.
Okay.
Oh no, not Mira.
I'm not sure if that's... Is it Mira? I don't know.
Could be Pinch as well. I hope it's
Yeah.
Pinch. That's a bit too late.
Yeah, I think so. Because now we can do 2 challenges with those 2. Not sure if they can really be defended here. Oh, it is.
Blanks Randall, so no renown on him. No stand on him. Now what's the situation on the power challenge? The thing is, Olena's informant is still there and cannot be stopped, so Steven can go into desperate attack. He needs enough strength to then win the power challenge with reclaim.
Yeah, but if he loses military challenge, I think Ice can trigger.
Yes.
He has no stealth, right?
No stealth
Oh,
at the
and
moment.
Blackfish has stealth anyway, so...
It's 11. He would get up to 15 if he had growing strong.
Yeah, I think you would need some like shrewd diplomat or something like that to remove Blackfish from the challenge. Because otherwise I think military is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, not Blackfish. Should remove something else and leave him there as a defender, I think. although then Shrew Diplomat, yeah, can win, sure. Can win the 3 claim power against Arya, but that's not 15 if I count correctly. That's only 13, and Stark can still play.
I think Marek is getting a bit nervous now.
Yeah, there will be only one round after this one. Although if you go into desperate attack and you do not close, then Marek can do challenges back. And look at the board, right? He would get 2 claim and he would get eyes potentially. Steven's going power. We know he doesn't have agenda triggers on the power challenge. He's just trying to win with Randall. And how's he defending military?
Yeah, I think maybe just let this one go. I don't know. Keep Blackfish with ice as a threat. Or if there is Strangler.
There's only 2 plots left, so Steven will be
no
forced.
Potential actually.
Yeah, 1 gold. Steven will be forced to reveal his last plot. He has a desperate attack for sure, so it definitely doesn't want to flip into that in the next plot phase. And I wonder what the other plot is. We know it's not a second heads on spikes. He would have tried that. I think it might be reinforcements, which at the moment also isn't doing good work. Could put Olena's informant in, I guess, in the plot phase, which is not great. Okay, now Marek is thinking if he thinks for a long time, then time will expire.
I think this looks like it's gonna be the last round because they're both pretty slow.
So Garland needs to stay alive. I think maybe Randall will do power and then Olena's informant will come in and call power and just do another one and force Marek to defend. Okay.
Well, now you could do military with Garland, flip into desperate attack and then call power. I think that's risky, but
it's risky for sure. Is there any way to stand Blackfish?
just from 1 gold in hand, I don't think so. What could it be?
He's kind of walked into this. He could have left it, but yeah, then I think Steven just puts Olena's informant in and calls power anyway. And then you can defend both, and if you leave it unopposed, Steven gets ahead, and you can't really do enough challenges back if it's the final round to win.
Yeah. Well, how is he saying oh when he's so hurt?
Is he going to flip into desperate attack at all? It looks like he is. Okay.
He is, yeah. Yeah.
They could still defend with Water Dancer's sword. And then maybe there will be another round if things go quickly.
Yeah, that would have to be quite fast. But also there could still be something to increase his strength, stun him, and yeah.
Yeah, and the more time Marek spends thinking how to defend against this, of course, the more it becomes clear that it's the final round.
I think he left it unopposed, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now even the courtier can... I don't know, courtier could win it if there's no stand, and you still have the intrigue challenge with the informant. If it's unopposed, both of them can just attack and it's game over.
Yeah.
No off to Galtown or anything like that. Water Dance and Sword and off to Galtown in hand would have solved it for Marek.
Well, not really. There's not enough time to do challenges back. Maybe if you really.
Yeah, if he clicked really quickly.
Yeah.
So in the end, it doesn't matter because this will be 15. Honestly,
Yeah.
Marek looked like he had leftover gold in the early rounds, just didn't have any attachments to put
Didn't
in.
have anything. Yeah.
If he had ice on
Yeah.
defense, that could have triggered a few times. Okay, maybe Steven had a growing strong to solve it, but still would have cost him those cards, forced him to use it.
Yeah.
And Steven just had a pretty decent draw, to be fair. When we saw Wall of Roses, he had the growing strong and he had the informant all game, which is exactly what he needed. Mira was there to block or to delay him a little bit, but not quite.
Yeah. It was an interesting game. Okay. It wasn't completely one-sided like some. So. Okay.
So that means Tyrell takes the lead against Stark. We needed to win this one, honestly, because the rest of the rest of the pairings are kind of a nightmare. Stark, if you look at their team, this one still has Argento and Gabriel of the undefeated players. Joe Zimmer still playing, Saraaa still playing with her 4-2 score, and Tamas is playing. At least there is no Dennis, so that's one threat we avoided, but really Stark team is pretty scary, and my prediction was 6-4, so we are still on course for that, so we'll need to get an unexpected win somewhere, but we'll give it a good shot. So if we check the calendar, I believe there is another one in the evening, 5 p.m. GMT plus 0, so that's 7 for me. And hopefully there will be time to record that one. And yeah, thank you, Saraaa, for commentating with me on this one. And will you be joining us for the other game today as well?
Oh, we will see, maybe.
Okay, then thank you for all of our viewers for being with us, and we'll see you in the remainder of the final round of the 8 Regents of Westeros tournament.
Thank you. Bye bye.